Hello everyone, welcome to episode 10. I think it's episode 10, I didn't check. I always get the episode numbers wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 10. If not, I'll put a caption on the video, but welcome to episode 10, or whatever episode it is, of my animation tutorial. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create target bones for your character's feet. Now, the best way I can explain this is, say if you want your character to squat. So let's come over here to the bone layer. I'm gonna just try and make it look like our character is squatting. So come over here to frame 1. You don't have to follow me. I'm just gonna show you guys. Control A to select every bone, if you remember that. Control F to create a keyframe for all those bones. And I'm gonna go to 12. Frame 12, and I'm just gonna make it seem like he's squatting. So you would have to try and remember where his feet were in the first place. Let's say I want him to look like this when he's squatting. Now I gotta go back to remember where his feet were. They were a little bit down here. So let's say, you can see he's sliding. He doesn't really look like he's standing in place. That's the point I'm trying to make. I actually messed that up. But that's the point I'm trying to make. He looks like he's sliding. He doesn't really look like he's standing in place. So when we create our target bones, it's gonna look way better. It's gonna look like he's actually staying put in the same spot, if that makes sense. I want to clear all this animation. You can select every key bone and press delete, but I'm going to show you guys this again. If you want to delete every animation from this character layer easily, make sure you have the character bone selected or the group that he's in. But if you select the group, make sure there's nothing else in the group, because it's going to delete the animation of everything inside of the layer you have selected. So select your character bone layer, come over here to animation, clear animation from layer. So it's going to clear all the animation from the layer. And now we're going to create target bones for our feet. And I'd say this is an important one to follow. I think I'm going to have target bones for my characters going forward. So yeah, you should follow this one. So the first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to zoom in to his feet. Make sure you have the bone layer selected and make sure you're on frame 0. That's important to do. Come over here to the add bone. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sorry about that. Come over here to add bone. And we are going to create bones on the opposites, going the opposite direction of these feet bones. So for this front leg, right here where these two bones connect, the front shin bone and the front foot bone, we're gonna come right here in the middle and create a bone going to the left. You can hold shift to make it in somewhat of a straight line, or you can just free do it. It doesn't really matter, just make sure it's going to the left. And we're going to do the same for the back bone, right there in the middle. Make sure it's going to the left. And after you have those done, we're going to come over here to bone strength. We're going to turn the bone strength for these down. So click on bone strength, click on this bone, and drag all the way to the left to make sure these are all down. Just like we did when we created our initial character. Now we have to reparent these. So come over here to select bone, select this front bone that we just made, reparent, and just click off of everything to make sure it's not pointing to anything. Do the same for the back one, reparent, click off of every bone. Now I think now we have to parent these. Well, we have to target them. So first thing we're gonna do, well, we're actually gonna name these first. So we're gonna come over here to select bone, Select this front bone that we made. We're gonna name this target F. So target front, basically. We can do the same for the back one. Name this target B for target back. You can name it target 1 and target 2 as well. It doesn't really matter. But name those, make sure you know the names of them. So target F and target B. Now what we are gonna do is actually select this front shin bone. So right here, make sure this is the only bone selected. And we're gonna come over here to bone and constraints. Click that, come over here to target, and we're gonna target this to target F for target front. And we're gonna do the same for the back shin bone. Make sure this is the only bone selected. Target it to target B. And that should be it, actually. Now if we come over here to manipulate bones, I still can't say that word, and we move our character, you can see his feet stay in place. So that makes making squatting much easier. Now this does happen, where his feet sort of go backwards. You can fix these by like moving the leg around a little bit. There's another way to fix it. I don't quite remember. I think you have to be in a timeline to do it, but yeah, his feet stay in place. Actually, let me try that. Let's go to frame 6. Well, let me show you guys how much easier it is to do a squat. So come over here to frame 1, Control A, Control F, come over here to frame 12, and, you know, just drag this down. Make them lean forward a bit. Bam. You can even move these if you want. Well, I don't want to move that actually. So yeah, when he squats down, his feet stay in place. And you can move these however you want. We can delete this. Say if you want him to walk, you know, you can move these front and back. If you want, do it again the opposite direction. That's really not a walk cycle, but yeah, that's just a basic demonstration of what you can do. And again, if you want to delete everything, animation, clear animation from layer while you're on the bone layer. And what was I going to show you guys? I have short-term memory, I swear. What was I going to show you? I literally just said it. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys how to change it in case you have his legs going backwards. It's actually harder for that to happen when you're in the timeline. That usually only happens on frame 0 for some reason. On frame 0, it's way easier to have his legs go backwards. I don't know why, but it is. But if that ever happens, I don't know how to demonstrate it because if they won't go backwards anymore. They just won't. But hopefully it doesn't happen for you in a timeline because I can't really get it to work. But that's just basically what I want to add to our character, the target bones. And that should make having your character stay in place much easier. It could actually help you with other things as well. You can add this to your character if you want. I suggest you do because I'm going to have it for my character moving forward. And yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you understood. If you didn't, comment down below. I do answer comments. And peace out.